Hello everyone. Now we are live inside the Facebook group. It's a pleasure to be here with all of you today. We are really excited about the masterclass that is going to start in a few minutes. And
Yes.
first of all, welcome. Facebook is sending the notification about the beginning of our live. So when you arrive, you are invited to say hello in the chat.
Yeah, do.
Maybe you could write where are you from, and if you like to introduce yourself and tell us something about you, we will be so happy to know something about your business, the place where you live, you work. Today we are here for you to share with you business tips, experiences, and to have a taste of our amazing and wonderful mastermind program. And then when you arrive, say hello, send an emoji. How are you, ladies? Today I'm connected from Rome, Italy.
And I'm connected from Brazil, South Brazil.
And I am in Cape Town, South Africa today. And I'm fine, thank you. Ah, here's Leonora.
Yeah, also
Hi,
Leonora
Leonora.
is joining. The team is complete now.
Yeah.
Hello
Everyone. Good to see you.
Yeah.
Good to see you. So you were two wearing black and
Mhm.
Miriam wearing blue.
Yeah. Two blue and two black.
That's right. That's right.
I think this conversation is going to be so good because of this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We are matched also with the colors. And we have the first comment in the chat. Camilla said, hello, nice to be here with you from Cuneo. Yeah. Hello, Camilla. Welcome. Hello,
Ciao, ciao.
Elisabetta, Erika. Welcome to everyone. Yeah. So I think we are ready to start now.
Mhm.
And if you arrive in a few minutes, say hello, say where are you coming from, and something about your business if you like. Ladies, are you ready to start our amazing masterclass? Yay!
Yes, we
I'm
are.
ready.
Yeah, we are so happy to be here with all of you. We can't wait to share with you a lot of wonderful topics, experiences. And today we will have 90 minutes together. We will stay connected until 3:30 p.m. And the topic will be to discover the holistic habits of highly effective entrepreneurs and the mistakes to avoid. As you can see, we are a team of 4 coaches from different countries of the world. I'm Miriam from Italy. Then we have Leonora that is Italian as well. She lives
Hey.
in Berlin.
Yes. Ciao, ciao. Hello. Hello.
Then we have Maria from Brazil.
South Brazil.
South Brazil. And then we have Phoebe from South Africa. Yeah. We have other, oh, amazing. We have other women from Cape Town. Andrea is writing, hi, from Cape Town. And Elisabetta, hi, I'm writing from Rome, Italy. That's so amazing. That's so powerful. Thinking about that we are connecting here today at the same time, maybe with different time zones, of course, but from different countries of the world. That is a new way of making business to grow all together, to create a sacred space. Can you feel the energy that is increasing, that is creating in our wonderful space? Yeah, and that is just the beginning. And then we have Millie that she is saying, hello, I'm here from Dubai. Welcome.
You're
Wow.
That's great.
Beautiful. Yeah, that's great. So why we are here all together today? We are here because we are running a powerful mastermind which She Heals the World. She's the World is an international brand dedicated to support the development of women entrepreneurs, art-centered entrepreneurs with big vision, an impactful purpose that want to scale their business, grow their business, increasing wealth, prosperity, and well-being as well. And we are running a mastermind that is a group of women entrepreneurs that meet 2 times per month in a beautiful space. It's a platform. And in a few moments, we will have a little show of this platform, but only a sneak peek because we will say something more at the end of our live, because you are the protagonist of the live and we want to stay with you, connecting all together to exchange business tips and valuable content specifically dedicated to you. And so we meet with these amazing entrepreneurs every month in this platform, sharing the wins, the challenges, exchanging business advices, creating what is a mastermind is the power of a collective mind. And we created this live because a lot of entrepreneurs asked us to know more about the power of a mastermind. So today we want to share with you a taste of what a mastermind is, because our masterclass is exactly that. Is a group of 4 different entrepreneurs from different countries of the world, and we will share exactly as we do in our mastermind the power of a collective intelligence, because we come from different countries with different backgrounds and we have a lot to share with you. And we have now Gloria, that is from Piedmont. Welcome, Gloria. We have Marta from Lago Maggiore. Oh, that's a wonderful place. I think is known also outside Italy. And then we have Patricia. Hi to everyone from Vicenza, Italy. Ma, that's so amazing. That's so powerful.
Patricia,
to
I'm
be...
from Italy. I'm from Vicenza. That's lovely to see. I'm so excited because I'm in Berlin, and when I hear someone from my hometown, I feel so good. Anyway, sorry.
Yeah, that's so powerful.
It's so good.
So we'll give you a small view about our platform. As you can see, this is our platform where we will host our mastermind. There are different circles. The mastermind is called Inner Circle because it's a group of women. We have different circles with different names, and we are the Duquesas. And you enter in the platform, and we have this powerful platform with training content. That is the homepage. On the right, we have the date of the next meeting. We have meeting twice a month, 2 times per month. And then on the left, you have the different circle. There is the main area that is open to all the circle members. And then we have the specific Inner Circle Mastermind. Here we have the meetups that are the meeting that we hosted every month. And as you can see, you could also see the replays, the recording of the previous event. That is only a sneak peek about our platform. We will show more and say more at the end. So stay connected until the end of our amazing masterclasses. And then we are ready to start to sharing with you the holistic habits of highly effective entrepreneurs and the mistakes to avoid. We invite you, this is an interactive masterclass, to write in the chat something about you. And what are your wins, your challenges? If you have questions, feel free to share. If you have comments, feel free to share because we are here for you. We will share with you different insights, advices, and of course we share our stories and our experiences. So we are ready to start. Ladies, I invite you to say something and to start to introduce these amazing habits that could help entrepreneurs Leonora, you have something from your hometown here?
Yeah,
Say
yeah.
something about the holistic habits of successful entrepreneurs.
Yeah, I will start very simple in a way, so that it's an invitation for everyone who's listening right now. So just notice if you are resourced right now, if you have everything you need. Just before starting the masterclass, I got even one cappuccino and even something else to drink. So we start from the basic, but sometimes it's exactly what we forget. Are we healthy enough? Are we getting what we need right now? So just as a very first little fairy step into a good holistic habit is actually, do you need maybe to change your chair? Do you want to kind of, so that you can really listen? And yeah, that would be my 50 cent just before starting.
I love
Grab
this
a tea or
reminder,
a
Leonora.
coffee.
Yes, I love this reminder. I actually am drinking my tea. I can explain about that. But you go ahead.
Yeah. I'm drinking water. So everyone is with something.
Okay. So should I maybe start with just, I do
Yeah.
have one that I really care about in a way. And actually, this is maybe exactly the reason that why I join myself. I'm part of a mastermind, and to this all start with, I'm a big fan of groups. Okay. And if you are here, it might be that you also feel that need to get in contact with other people, because let's be honest, especially if you are an entrepreneur, if you're running your business, you are great in what you're doing, but sometimes you might feel a bit lonely, isn't it? So just give me like a thumbs up or an emoji to say if that's kind of, if you can second this. And we also notice, looking at some like a survey that it was out in some business. I don't have the name right now, but I do remember that we were talking about that one of the main reason, especially women entrepreneur quit their business, is because they feel lonely. It's not because they're not good enough, but just because they get lost on the way. So we don't want this to happen. And I'm also, as I guess also you as well, a proven example that to be part of a group has lots of good sides. First of all, you keep yourself accountable and you feel that you can really shine even better supporting other and getting support. So there is that 1% that happened the moment you're part of a group, 1% at least that change that you feel a little bit safer. And this safety make you more creative, more eager to try new stuff. So I don't know if it was the same for you, but for me, that's exactly why I'm always part of a group, and not just business group like this or for coaches, but I have my writing groups. We have other, let's say also, we share a couple of groups as well. But for me, it was really like a formula that worked very well. I felt supported and I didn't quit. And that, to be honest, there was lots of moments where I would say, okay, I don't know what to do. I don't know how to do that. So Gimme, I'm gonna check the chat to see if there are comments on this.
Yeah.
But yeah.
While you are checking the chat, I'd like to add that behind the scene, we have a weekly meeting with our team, and every week I am learning something from you, from every one of you, because you have different backgrounds, stories. And after every call, I felt so empowered. And this is one reason why we decided to have also free weekly live on Instagram, because we can't keep all this value only just for our team inside our weekly meeting. It's so important to have the support of a group. It's so important to have the possibility to share wins and challenges with other women, with other entrepreneurs. Leonora said that sometimes we feel so alone running our business at the beginning when we start the business and also after, and that is so important to have that support. a lot of times in the past, I thought, oh, how it was so amazing to have the group mastermind or the group call with the team, international team, many years before. Yes, I felt alone at the beginning of my business journey. Yeah, because I don't have other family members that are running business on their own. I don't have other friends that are business owner. And so I had to find my own community, my own web of connections in the years.
Yeah, and
I
also,
wanted to, oh, go ahead, Phoebe.
am I unmuted or unmuted? Oh, I'm unmuted. Okay. Well, you said you didn't have people in your family who are entrepreneurs. The problem with that is it's no problem to be an employee. Of course, everything has its place, but they don't understand that your hours aren't just 9 to 5. It's the same as if you work in the film industry, your hours are not 9 to 5. And people don't understand that, you know, when you're building a business, you're going to have long nights, or you're going to have to work on the weekend, or where are you? So when you're working with other people who have their own business, no matter what business, they understand that it takes time to build or service clients, or if you're dealing with people in other time zones. So it's also nice to have people who are entrepreneurs in your circle, just from an empathy point of view, that there's not that extra pressure to sort of meet up because you can't, because you're busy creating something for yourself. So my 2 cents.
Yes. Well, I would add something that came to my mind while Miriam was speaking. Well, sometimes we think that we need to find our tribe, a group that is so similar to us. And what we have here, we are a proof that different people, but with same values, works much, much better, perhaps in my point of view. For example, Phoebe has a unique way, Miriam has a unique way to do things, Leonora also, and me also. We are so different, but we share same values. Such values are, example, integrity, ethics, hard work, transparency, honesty. And this is so important. So you don't need to find someone exactly like you or from the same country. So you can find someone from different parts of the country, like we found each other, and we are so different, but at the same time we share those values. And this is, I would say, magic, because we can create different things, different stuff, because we are so unique, and we keep this in our group. It's so beautiful.
Yeah. We received an amazing question from Camilla. Thank you, Camilla, for sharing this question. I think it will be useful for many people inside the group. Camilla said, I try to ask a question if appropriate, of course. Your question is amazing. I have many challenges. Apart from finding clients for my new life coaching business, I feel overwhelmed and do not know where to start because there are too many things to do. Building the brand, finishing training, recovering energy, and looking for customers. How to get out of this washing machine where I no longer feel control? Wow, there is something that is coming in my body, something really important, like a feeling, a sensation, something that is important to share with all of you. Reading your question, Camilla, the first thing that I thought is the first thing to start from is yourself. You are your brand. You are your unique energetic sign into the world, and only you are able to bring into the world what you are called to bring with your business, because a business is like a human being. Is something that is alive, and you are able to be the channel that brings this project into the world. But you don't need to stress yourself doing a lot of things. Sometimes to grow, we need to do less and be more. And so to reach a success is important to have a combination, is exactly the topic that I'd like to talk about today. So thanks, Camilla, because your question is connected what there is exactly in my heart to share with you today, that we don't need to do more. We don't need to be so stressed. We are at the beginning of a new era where we'll be running our business in a totally different way. We come from a past where in our mind there was this connection. Work hard, do more to gain more. But that paradigm is shifting now. That thought, that truth that maybe was okay in the past is not valid anymore now. Gloria is writing the same for me, Camilla. Yeah, I know. I am feeling that this question is not only for Camilla, but is for every one of us, because exactly the same challenge is the challenge that we are facing at every level of the business growth. We are facing this overwhelming sensation, feeling when we are start the business and we think that we are doing a lot of things and the time is not enough and we are not good enough and we make a lot of mistakes and so on. But the same challenge there is also in other business level of growth. When we are ready to expand, we face the same challenge. So where is the truth now? We are shifting completely the paradigm. We don't need to do more to gain more. It is exactly the opposite. We need to focus on the main point that are ourselves. That is the unique mission that every one of us is called to bring into the world. And to do that, we need to stop doing a lot of things. We need to rest, recharge, but especially we need to be centered, grounded, and ask ourselves the main question every day: how I can be at service now for my people, for my community, for my tribe, for the world, how I could use my unique gift and talents for the people. So maybe we don't need to do a lot of things. Maybe we focus on one main goal for that month. Sometimes I have a calendar in my communication, in my social media, and also in my business planning. I plan goals every year, and that is so important. But beside that, I leave the space open. I leave the space free for creation. We are divine creators and creatrix of our own success. Success comes from the value that we are able to share with the world, a unique value. Every one of us has his or her unique calling. And then when we say yes to that call, when we aren't scared to share with the world who we truly are at a soul level, because sometimes we struggle because we have this fear to the judgment, to don't be seen or understand for what we are sharing with the world. But we are in a new world where a lot of people is ready to receive our message. Is another time, is another space of possibilities. So first of all, yes, create a planning. It's important to have a structure. The business needs a structure, needs a brand. Exactly like Camilla said, it needs a strategy, but the strategy is not enough. The strategy is a void container if we don't fill up this container with the messages that comes from our soul. And so we don't need to focus on a lot of things, but maybe on quite important thing. So in my planning, sometimes I completely change the planning because I feel the call to do something that is really important now. When I wake up in the morning, I ask to myself and to my guides and to my inspiration, what are the people that I'm serving? What they are in need now? For example, I noticed that from this January, people are in need of discovering who they really are. The question now are three: who I am, why I am here on this planet and how can I use my talents to serve the world. These are the three main questions that my client asked me from the beginning of this year. And Camilla said, yes, the strategy is not enough. The secret is combining the strategy with the soul, because we are that. We are human being, but we are divine beings as well. So when we combine soul and strategy, that the magic happens.
I want to add, Miriam, because I was in this place that Camila perhaps is living right now. I was in this place in the past because when we start as an entrepreneur, we are taught to have this huge plan, and we know we have many things to accomplish, and we want to accomplish everything. And it's not easy. It's really a lot of things to do. So it seems like the more you do, the more you find things to do. And then we ended up getting so stressed. I was in this place. I think many people here are in this place or was in this place in the past. And this that Miriam is saying, when I stopped and I was doing less, but more intense, connected to myself, to my heart, to my soul, things started flowing. So perhaps the secret would be choose one thing to accomplish at a time. Because the more connected you are with your soul, with your heart, the more creative you will be. And well, we have Leonora here who works with creative entrepreneurs. She can tell us maybe more about this part of being connected to your soul, how this will bring you more clarity, inspiration for you to create your programs, the right programs that are aligned with you. Because it doesn't need to be only programs, they need to be aligned with you. Because if they are aligned, your delivery is going to be amazing. So trust that. And I validate everything Miriam is bringing because I was exactly in this situation. And my turning point was when I decided to, of course, I needed to learn. I didn't learn that alone. I had coaches with me, helping me with this. So perhaps you need someone also to be with you. I couldn't do that alone because we have our, there is blind spots. We have blind spots. And one scientist that I love him, he says that, Michael Gazzaniga, we need someone from outside, disruptor thinking, to bring us things that we alone, we can't see. And it's just fine because, yes, we can see. That's why we are connected. We are human beings. We are social beings. And that's why we need connection. So perhaps it's time for you to ask for help.
I would say that I can just add to both the girls who mentioned, the women that mentioned this. I really appreciate you making the question. It means that you are not in the washing machine anymore. You're actually looking at yourself and you see, oh, well, that's too much. I'm confused. So the moment you see this is exactly as Miriam and Maria said, is the moment when you can ask for help, but not because general asking for help, but having someone, a buddy to brainstorm with. Because you are, it doesn't matter what phase you are of your business, but there's a moment of exploration, right? And that's in every creation, in every creative job. And actually business is a very, very creative job. So there's a moment when you explore and you're like, oh, everything is possible. I could do this and that. Oh, I can be everything. But then you need a moment to kind of come back to you. It's great to explore, but at the very end, this exploration needs to bring to you. So you need a moment of a lot and a moment of stillness, maybe, as you said, to able to actually see who I'm serving, who I'm at service for. And that's maybe the one question, especially if you are a coach. So this makes everything simpler. And to have someone mirroring you with this, that's very much a gift, because you can do, of course, also by yourself, but to have someone, it's much deeper, right? We are still human being that loves connection, and through connection, most of the time, we also understand ourselves better, right? So having a body that's exactly, or a group, that's exactly what happened there. And that exactly your words are so familiar, because I was working 2 days ago with another coach. She's also a yoga teacher. She's a coach. And she said exactly what you just said. So I'm confused. There's so much I know I should do. I could do the website, the promotion, the content strategy. I don't know where to start. I kind of don't like that anymore. So we really feel you when you say so. Go to the essential. I second everything the other girls have said so far.
Yeah.
Phoebe, what are your thoughts? We have another question as well, but let's see, Phoebe, something to add.
My thoughts are actually my habits that I wanted to share. I kind of feel that they're all interlinked, and I too have been there, and I have also had other businesses before this one and burned out. So based on my learning of being so overwhelmed and doing too much, I'm doing things differently in this business, and I have more boundaries, and still doing a lot. I also feel like the to-do list never stops, but I'm also doing less, and I've learned to rest, and I do think that that's important, and things flow better. And I'm very happy that we can talk about what really sets highly effective entrepreneurs apart, because you've mentioned strategy a few times. It's not just strategy, it's definitely your habits, and more importantly, your holistic habits, as that's what we're talking about today. So it's things that are going to nourish your mind, your body, and your spirit whilst you grow your business. And your business is an extension of you. You must remember that. So I would say something that's helped me a lot, and I know that it helps many clients and other entrepreneurs that I know, is grounding the day with intention. If you look around on Instagram, those ones that share every little second of their lives, you'll notice that these sorts of successful entrepreneurs, they don't just jump straight into emails or straight into tasks first thing in the morning. Instead, they're going to ground themselves. And that doesn't mean that you have to sit for 30 minutes and meditate. It can literally just be 5 minutes of breath work, 5 minutes of journaling, or even just setting an intention for the day. Just simply maybe taking 3 deep breaths and setting the intention, because by this you're going to create a kind of like a space to align with who you are before you jump into what you do. So then you're like more in alignment with who you are, and you're not just doing and all over this place. And I can see the days that I break my rules. I have quite strict rules around my phone, and the days that I break those rules and I see my WhatsApp, because all my loved ones, well, majority, are in different time zones to me. So they wake up before me, and then if I check my WhatsApp and get involved in everyone's drama or this or that, it just sets the day off in a different tone. So I know, like, don't get into the news, don't get into people's WhatsApps, definitely do not log on to Instagram. Start the day for you, as even, you know, if you have children, obviously you have to wake up and tend to them as a parent, but maybe you have time to just breathe for 10 seconds. You have to do what you can with what you have. And something that I say a lot to myself and to clients is a little goes a long way. So even if you only have those 5 minutes to do 5 minutes of stretching, do it. It's way better than doing nothing. And I'd say that this simple habit is going to help you to show up with more clarity, more focus, and actually more purpose. Like your day has more purpose. And that kind of leads into my second habit, which is around, you should manage your energy, not just your time. Like we constantly feel like, today, my day was very rushed. I don't know how I'm going to fit everything in. I have so much on my shoulders today. I just feel like I don't have enough time. I was incredibly overwhelmed, but I had to take a step back and realize it's all going to be okay. And what is my energy? What can I do for myself? And my sister said, today is your day. You have to focus. Today's your event. Everything else can wait. You don't have to do it all. She sent me in capital letters. So that's also a great reminder, and have good people in your corner to help you in these times. The thing that I've had to learn is that I'm not a machine. And I think that it's something that gets overlooked a lot, is that we're not machines. We actually run on energy. We don't run on electrical energy or petrol or whatever. We are humans. We are not robots. And highly effective entrepreneurs design their days a way that's sort of like, I can see how I plan my day now. It's not just like every moment is filled with stuff. I'm going to plan it around how I feel and when I feel my best. And also for women, I think learning about your cycle and what's happening with you at that time, and trying to plan your exercising and how you're eating and how you're working as best as you can. Even if you're in corporate, try to see if you can do tasks that serve you best during your cycle, because I know, like, just before I have no motivation at all. So when I'm very motivated, do all the things that I want to do when I'm very creative, and then do the more slow tasks as I'm coming to my bleed. I think that's very important. I think we should, instead of glorifying the grind, which I have deeply ingrained in me, to work hard and I've got to do so much and I've got to be busy, and am I worth anything if I'm not working hard? That's the thing that I'm unlearning at the moment. But instead, like, honor your natural rhythms. And it really does make all the difference. As I said, I burnt out very badly in the previous business. I got sick. It took me more than 2 years to recover, and still sometimes my body has flare-ups, and no doctor could tell me what the hell was wrong with me, but I know that it was just from huge amounts of stress, and the inside of the body was just like, we've had enough. So I had to build myself back. But with that, I would say to you being so busy and overwhelmed and not knowing where to start and stop and what to do, another very important habit with those other two that I mentioned is regular self-reflection and alignment checks. Miriam also mentioned alignment, because our success is not just about hitting our goals, it's about staying in alignment whilst we do it. So the people that I see who are entrepreneurs that thrive and sustain long-term, they are regularly checking in with themselves. Like, is this business still a reflection of who I am? If it's not, what can I let go of? So like, my niche has recently shifted, and it was a total organic process. I was working with another coach in a business mentorship program, and after months of working together, a penny just dropped and it just shifted, and I feel so much more in alignment with what I want to do, who I want to serve, who I am as a person, and I feel so much more honest in what I'm doing. I don't know, it was just not feeling, there was something that wasn't correct with what the message I was giving, who I was trying to attract. But now it's like I'm in alignment, and that feels great. So yeah, you can just get rid of what doesn't serve you, and I think that's how you're going to evolve with more purpose, instead of just like chasing constant progress. And especially if you're a perfectionist, you probably will have this issue that you're just chasing progress and not stopping and counting small wins. And I think that those
something.
Yeah, sure. I'm done now anyways. I think it all sums up. Pardon me?
I had many things to add, but you were talking, then I forgot.
Oh,
but
sorry.
I just remember something. That I had a client, an entrepreneur, owner of a big company, and he was, for years, he was almost burning out, almost.
Yes.
Finding evidence to burnout. And I asked him why he was not practicing exercise. And he told me, well, Maria, I woke up this time in the morning. I take my kids to school. Then I go to the company. Then I stay there until this time, and then I go out for lunch, and then I stay there until this time of late at night, and then I go when I get home. I'm so tired and drained. I don't feel energy. I don't have energy to exercise, for example.
Yeah.
And then I told him that he was living exactly 9 to 5 job, you know, when you are an employee, when you are a hired person. And then I showed him this scenario, and he was like, wow, I never thought about that before, that I was working and running my business exactly as if I was, sorry, excuse me, as if I was the employee. And well, I didn't say anything else. And he told me, what, Maria? I'll try to change this, because you need to try, you need to experience. We are not taught this in the beginning, because when you open your business, you just want to go, because yes, we have many things to do. Well, and then to summarize this, he decided to, instead of staying until noon, until lunch, he decided to take his exercise, his clothes to exercise, and he would go to the gym, would have lunch in a very harmonious way, and then he would come back to the company, and he would do this every single day to try as an experiment. And guess what? Of course, his health was feeling much better. He was sleeping much better, and his stress was reduced, because we know we have our cortisol is so high when we are in these activities. So everything was much better, because he started one simple thing, which was exercising. But for him to start to exercise, he needed to understand that he was doing, let's say, I don't like the word wrong, but he was doing maybe a wrong way. It had a much better way. Yes, go ahead, Phoebe.
When your client managed to do some exercise, did he mention that his family life also was better? Because I had a client who was really hectic with his work, and he was all over the show in his home life and his wife and whatever. And then I showed him where there was a gap in his schedule, that, you know, when you do this, or on the way to dropping your daughter, you can go to the gym, and I know that it's very important for you. And he developed a whole new routine, and there was so much more harmony with his wife. He had more time for her, his mind was more clear, their relationship got better. So I was wondering if you had the same kind of feedback.
Yes, I remember he told me, and after we finished our coaching process, we had a coaching session 6 months after we finished. And he told me, Maria, my life's so much better, because I really implemented exercising my routine. I changed my schedules. My wedding is going great, and my relationship with my kids, I have more energy. It's something so simple, but I do have more energy. And
I have a similar story.
yeah.
Oh, were you finished? Sorry.
Yes, no, I finished. I just want to say that this small thing is so important, but sometimes, because we are so drained and we are so tired, we don't see a new perspective. And so I would ask you, how is your schedule today? Do you have some time to exercise? Do you have some time to play with your kids if you have kids? Do you have some time to walk in nature? It's so important, so good. So check your routine.
Yeah, and sleep also. Sleep is also very important. I had a client, and she just managed her sleeping. She was a newly married girl and moved in with her husband. They didn't live together before, and he watches movies till 3 a.m. So it disturbed her completely, but she kind of went along with him. But then when she'd wake up late. She didn't meditate. She didn't do her workouts. Then she'd make poor choices with her eating. She couldn't do her work. Like, it just was spiraling. And I said, it's about boundaries. You've got to set a boundary that I'm going to bed at 9. Good night. Put your earphones in. And just from 1 week of sleeping, sounds ridiculous, but her whole life changed. By the next week that we met, she was a different girl. She saw like the changes. She started making her reels. She went viral, and she realized that how important sleep is. She's also an entrepreneur. He's a worker in a business. So, he had a different mindset, but she was creating her own business. And so your sleep is also very important. Make sure you get some sleep, enough sleep.
Yeah, I just wanted to second what you said, and because this goes also in the direction of answering the other question that we have.
Oh, yes.
So yeah, we do have a question. It said, how do you handle people that are unsupportive or jealous of your business and discourage you? So of course we cannot really go deep into that, and that's such also an interesting, a lovely question. It brings up a lot as well. But again, the only thing that I see, and of course, it has a little bit also to do with setting boundaries. So on going back to yourself. So what's important for you? Who do you want on your team? And who do you want to just keep away? And it doesn't mean push away. It mean recognizing a nice bubble around you that is nurturing, that is with the right energy. So knowing what people are supportive and what not, and who you can be affected by. It is, again, a matter of boundaries. And you know how to create good boundaries, supportive boundaries, if you have a good relationship with yourself and you say, okay, so it all go again into making space at the beginning, okay, and creating a good relationship with yourself. This is the very first step to then engage with others. Because if you are at service, the first good relationship, your first client is actually yourself. You are the first person you're working with. So you need to be gentle, careful, and learning to have your own boundaries so your clients and the other will notice that. And we say, oh, well, that's it. I cannot go more than this. What do you think, girls? How it was for you?
I know what I think. What came to me when you were talking, you must have heard people refer to either their side project or their business as, oh, this is my baby. Like, you're nurturing something, you're growing something. So if you think of a business as your baby, it's your duty as that baby's mother or father to protect it and take care of it. So in this, you have to protect your business, and you need to keep your business away from those people that you feel are not supportive. They're not supportive. They have no business in your business. You need to maybe not share things about what you're doing or what you're not doing, because sometimes the people closest to us are waiting for us to fall. And I know that sounds really nasty, but it's true. And sometimes we think someone's our best friend, but like you said, somebody's jealous of your business, or they think, oh, who is she starting a business? Like, she doesn't even have a degree, or whatever it might be. You need to keep those sorts of people out of this section of your life, or maybe even your whole life, but specifically this part of your life. Keep them away, protect that baby, look after it, and only let people who are very nice. I mean, you wouldn't let any predator or nasty person near your child. You'd say, no, go away. You're not welcome here. So it's the same with that. You don't need to share information about your business, about your clients, about lack of clients, about any of your struggles, because some people actually take joy in your struggles. They actually like it. And I know that's very strange to say, but I've had to learn this the hard way, that not everyone's, just because I feel like I'm supportive and everyone's fan, even if I don't know them. I see a girl, gets a great investment and she shares it on Instagram, and I'm so excited that I cry, oh, it's amazing, look, she got an investor, or whatever it is. But the rest of the world is not like that. So you need to protect your energy, protect the energy of your business, and protect your space, but also it's their issue, not yours. It's their issue if they're jealous. They're the ones who have this nastiness inside them that they have to feel and deal with. And it's none of your business. All you can focus on is your business, literally like what's going on in your life, and then your business that you are creating. So that's what I would say with regards to unsupportive people. And then find a group of supportive people. Like we have our mastermind, and everyone's very supportive of each other in there. I'm in the group with these three. We all supportive of each other. And like Maria signed a new client, and we were very delighted this week because that's a great news. And people who will genuinely be happy for you and want to see you grow. So you have to choose who you surround yourself with and share this side of yourself with.
I share a personal story about
Yeah, sure.
that. When I started my own business, one of my mentors told me that I need to change my niche because I decided from the beginning to be a business coach for women entrepreneurs. And that mentor told me that for sure I will fail because women entrepreneurs in Italy are so small number, so I will be poor. That was his point of view. And for a lady that is just starting her own company for the first time was so scary, so judgmental. And I need to tell you my secret. I was scared. That point of view arrived to me like a stone in my face. And because I really trusted that person, for me was a role model. Instead, that person really discouraged me. And then I found a book with the true story of 10 women entrepreneurs. And reading that book completely changed my life because reading 10 true stories of women in entrepreneurship give me the courage again to follow my heart, to don't pay attention to people that was jealous or negative, and only trust my vision. And now, after several years, I'm here and I have to tell you that fortunately, I trusted my own dream, my own art, because now the women entrepreneurs are so many more every year. So trust your vision, trust your heart. You know the truth deeply in yourself. And another thing is that when you have value to share, paying attention to negative people, shift your attention, and maybe you forget about the people that you are ready to help. And so listening to the negative people, you forget about your clients, your tribe, your community. They need you, your unique message, your unique gifts. And that is so important. Don't forget to your clients to pay attention to negative people because your clients needs you. And if you today decided to quit, I was tempted to quit in the past after hearing this judgment. And now I thought, fortunately, I didn't give up, but it's not so easy to don't give up when you are scared about judgment or to not have the support of the people around you. But in entrepreneurship, a lot of times we are alone. This is the reason why it's so important to have this live, to have a mastermind class, to find your own tribe, both your client side and your peers side. Having a group of peers of other entrepreneurs mind is so important. And that was my 50 cent about that.
Yeah.
Miriam, just want to add that something similar happened to me. It's been 10 years. I have been working in the coaching industry, and I decided I would support leaders, managers in this journey, managers to develop leadership skills. And I decided that because I had all a background helping leaders with something else. And one day I went to a program to have another certification, and I really liked the mentor that was there. And I asked her, I want to ask you something. Do you think it's possible for me to support managers this way? And then I told her a little bit about me. And she looked at me, no, forget about that. No, you are so young and you didn't have a group of people. You were not a manager from a big company. How dare you want to support managers? No, it's much better. I'll give you this advice. Change your niche because it's better. And then I was, that wasn't good. You know, when you can swallow something, I was hurt also because I have a mission with managers and entrepreneurs to help them. It's my purpose of life. It's connected with my soul and my heart. And I decided not to hear her. I don't blame her. I don't think she was being mean with me at that time. I think it was her really advice. So I'm telling you this because you need to be careful. The ones you seek for advice, you need to be very careful with this. Because sometimes we look someone and we say, I want to have some advice from this person. And this person gives you a kind of advice that will make you quit or make you very uncomfortable and sad. And yes, so be careful with the ones you search advice. As you probably know, as coaches, we don't give advice. We are not here to give you advice. Of course, here is a class, is a master class. We are sharing with you our experience as mentors. But if you want to have, for example, coaching process with Phoebe, Miriam, Leonora, or with me, we don't give you advices. We ask you questions, powerful questions, so you understand and you realize different way of doing things. So this is my contribution on this topic. Be careful. Go ahead,
Leonora. No, exactly. I love what you just said, and also what Miriam was sharing before. And I think we can collect lots of bad advice or even judgment or rejection that we had when we were kind of really like, oh, I really like this, and people come from all over with maybe good or bad intention. It doesn't matter, and they brings you around. To go back, I mean, this is why having the right people around you, it's so important. So be very picky with that, because in the right group, just guess how you want to feel. You're not gonna feel special. I mean, you're gonna feel unique. I think that's kind of one of the main shifts that we can have. I mean, we can looking for your uniqueness. So actually your unique way to approach your business, to approach your own values. This is what is gonna drive your business forward. And if you are with the right people, you will feel unique. It doesn't mean that you are better or less or worse than others. So it's not a matter of, I'm up, you're down, or things like this. There's a nice sharing and interacting with others, or with the coach, or with the right people. You feel that you are that amazing puzzle of pieces that there's no, and you can only do things in that way because that's your way. And that's where also comparing with others doesn't make sense. I don't know if you, that for me, that's kind of, for me was a nice twist. So that's why I'm sharing as well.
Yeah. I'm reading the other comments because we have really nice comments. Camilla said, doing less but doing more, connecting with myself. It takes courage and faith. Thank you. Yes. I'd like to add that being ourselves and sharing our gifts to the world is really scary. But that's the way. In entrepreneurship, we walk alongside our own fears. If you have fears, it means that you are growing. You are outgrowing yourself in a new identity that is your true identity, what you are really meant to share with the world. So yes, we walk alongside the fear. And then Andrea said before to Phoebe, so true, Phoebe, I realized I spent a lot of time and energy trying to control things out of my control. Yeah. And Millie said, love that. Honor your natural rhythms. Yeah. And Camilla said, sometimes I forget that being instead of doing is not a waste of time. Exactly, exactly. So many amazing questions. So,
What are your mistakes? What are some mistakes you'd like to share? I think you kind of brought some of them up already.
Yeah. Yes, sometimes it's already shared in our group. The mistakes that I think is so important to avoid if you are an entrepreneur or an aspiring entrepreneur is avoid sharing with the world services or products that are not aligned to who you really are. Because sometimes we observe outside the competitors, the other coaches or professionals. Maybe we are seeing other women entrepreneurs in our own niche. We see that they have an amazing business, they are successful, and they maybe sell things in a certain way or certain kinds of product. And maybe we could try to imitate them because we want to have the same level of success. And that is beautiful as well, to have inspiration, to have role model. Yes, but we are different. So that means that we could achieve our own success maybe in a different way. And if we sell a product that is the copy of another entrepreneur, means that that product or services is not filled with our own energy, with our own signature, with our soul. So it's so important. And I know, I really feel you that is scary. It's important to create something that really comes from you, from your truth, from your soul, from your purpose. And maybe sometimes that means to create something that doesn't exist outside. For example, I was one of the first coaches in Italy to combine energy and spirituality with business strategy. And I was so scared at the beginning. The first time I was speaking about energy in business, I felt I was shaking. I felt so scared of judgment, scared of being laughed in front of me. Ha ha ha! No, what is she saying? I had this nightmare in my mind. Oh, my business is going to fall apart because I'm sharing my truth. Instead, guess what? My clients told me, oh, Miriam, you only started now to share that you are a spiritual person, but we decided to work with you years ago because we know perfectly that you are a spiritual person. Because when you are in your presence, we can feel that. And so people don't choose to work with us only for our skills, but also and especially for who we really are as a person. So show yourself as you really are. I know that it's scary, but that is the path to success, your unique path to success.
Yeah, and this extra second mistake, I would say, not showing up. So usually we are scared in the beginning, in the middle, in the end. We are always scared to show up. But when you don't show up, you are, people are missing. Imagine that what people will miss when you do not show up. The message people will miss when you do not show up. Showing up means providing training, providing classes, providing videos. Show up, put your face and your heart. When you put your heart in front, it's much easier to come with your body. So trust in your guts and your feelings.
Yeah, you're right, because there is actually one super skill, one superpower that actually goes and helps you go beyond fear, so to overcome fear. And it's actually curiosity. If you're curious, you can really see that, and I'm actually doing it right now. If you're scared, you're just like a bit backwards. If you're curious, you say, okay, what the hell? Okay, I don't care. I'm still scared, but I'm more curious. So be curious about your clients, be curious about your audience. If it's an audience, be curious about the transformation that you want to see. You will still be scared. Oh, what people gonna think about me? But what's out there? This is actually a journey. You have a treasure map, so go look and find it. I think it's so, I mean, of course, it's good to think about that. We are not, let's say, just brave, but being curious for me was really like a key to overcome fear.
That's nice. Thanks. Curious. Do you have any mistakes, Maria, that you would want to share more?
Well, I was just checking here my notes about the mistakes. And well, fear of selling high tickets or fear of selling. This is so common. Maybe you can comment here if this happens to you, but it happened to me because when we enter in this kind of business, especially in this kind of services, because we are here to help people, we have this deep rooted in our bodies that we are here to serve. And it's because you are here to serve, it can be so hard to charge and to sell. The other day, I was talking to another colleague. She's here, she's from Brazil. And she told me, Maria, you know what? And she's a wonderful, wonderful person and wonderful coach. And she told me, Maria, I'm so scared to sell. I don't know how to sell. And well, there are many ways to sell. We could stay here talking the whole day about selling high tickets. And then she told me she was learning, and then I told her one book that I was reading at the moment, but we exchanged a couple information about this. But this is something you need to remember. Yes, you are here to serve. Yes, you're here to serve. But it is also your service. Being an entrepreneur is a service. So yes, you're going to charge for this. And yes, it's okay to charge from someone else. The other day, another person, she asked me, and I told the girls, she asked me to having coaching for free. And I was like, it's weird. This is not going to work. Well, I said yes because I would like to try. She told me, I want to have coaching with you, but I can't pay you. Maybe I can pay you in the future, in the near future, but now I can't. You know what? It didn't work. We had 2 sessions, and then whenever we tried to schedule a new sessions, something would happen with her or with me. I didn't feel her commitment. She was not committed. And well, it's a pity this, because I am sure if she was paying, she would be committed.
Yes.
We work this way. And it's not about the money. It's definitely about the money. It's about the commitment and energy. So sell your services with confidence, because you need to be paid for this, because you change people's lives, you transform people's lives. So it's totally okay and fine and ethic. You charge for that. It's the opposite. It's not okay. It's not okay. You just deliver your services for free. This is not okay. So, and make sure you have some strategies like we are having here. We are teaching you this masterclass because it's part of our business as well. In the beginning, we were telling you about the mastermind. So make sure you have also strategies. But when it comes to providing your services that will take your time, your energy, and your money, make sure you charge, and you charge perhaps premium prices for that.
Yeah, the mistakes that come to mind for me, I think that some of the ladies that have put in the comments some little questions and stuff might have the same mistakes. They're things that personally come to mind from my own experience, and that's one would be hustling, for lack of a better word, without healing. This is a big one. I think a lot of us think that we can just push through the inner stuff and say, oh, I'll deal with that later, whether it's your self-doubt or burnout or whatever old patterns, maybe taking on too much. That's me. I've had to learn, or whatever it is, whatever like wounds you might carry with you. I think it's very important. For example, I said that I always felt like I have to do a lot to be of value, and I have to be working hard so people can see, oh, she's so hardworking, even though she's dying in the gutter because she hasn't slept. This is a very bad pattern that I've had since school. And the doctor told my mum when I was 19, oh, she burns the candle at both ends. She'll always be like this. She'll always burn out. And I think that also, hearing that, then it kind of became a self-fulfilling prophecy that I heard, oh, wow, a doctor has said that this is what I do. This is my personality, but that's nonsense. You can change. And when you know better, you can do better. That's the foundation of my business. When you know better, you can do better. So yeah, work on whatever it is that's not serving you. Like, for example, that you have to work harder. Maybe you don't. Maybe you have to work less. Like I've had to learn to rest. Because you are not going to be able to outwork unhealed wounds. And healing is a part of the growth process. So as you grow as a person and you're healing things, it's going to reflect in your business as well. So I think that's a very nice mistake that I've had to learn from. And when you ignore these things, then it's just going to lead to cycles of exhaustion, or feeling stuck is another thing I see a lot with clients. And the feeling stuck, they think they're stuck in their business, but it's actually coming from something from way back when that we can unpack, and then suddenly the business is working, that area of the business. So I think that's a big one. When you look successful sometimes from the outside, maybe you're not so successful in the inside, but once you start doing the inside work, then the outside becomes even more successful and you feel so much better. A mistake that's been mentioned a lot here, which is something that I've learned and healed a lot actually through these three ladies and one more, Maria, that used to be with us but isn't here today, is that we can't do it all alone. I've always felt that I can't ask for help. I don't even like to ask for a biscuit. I used to get my little sister, who's 5 years younger than me, to ask my granny, can we please have a biscuit? And my granny would give us anything. She adored us. But I hate to ask for anything. I hate to ask for help. I feel like I have to do it all. And it's not true. You don't have to do it all alone. And like the girls have said, entrepreneurship can be very isolating, especially if you have no other entrepreneurs around you. Maybe you're a young entrepreneur and all your friends are like partying, and whatever stage you're in, there will be a phase where you might feel slightly isolated. So I think that that's very important to learn early on. You can't do it all alone. I think like sometimes we have this belief that we have to be self-made, or especially as ladies, we need to show that, oh, I can do it, without a man or whatever. I will just figure everything out by ourselves. But the most successful people not only outsource, they also seek support. They're going to invest in community. They're going to have mentors. They're going to have spaces like this one that we've created today. Because growth is going to happen faster and deeper when you are in connection with people. And I've seen that in my own life the past 2 or so years. I think most people that were friends with me before then won't recognize me today. The amount of growth I've had from being in the group with these ladies, and then another group that I have as well, and my walking group, funny enough, being with them, I don't know, they're all like old ladies, but they've really brought something out in me, and they've seen, they saw something in me that I didn't see in myself. They've given me an opportunity to be more of a leader. And from that, it's just spiraled nicely in the best possible way. So yeah, definitely get yourself a good community. And my last one from myself is do not confuse busyness with progress. Just because you're busy doesn't mean that you're making progress. It doesn't mean that you're moving forward. I've worked with a lot of high achievers who are constantly doing, but they're actually maybe not progressing. So yeah, I'd say just focus on what truly moves the needle. The lady that owns She Heals the World, she told me, Phoebe, in the first year of your business, because there were so many things I wanted to do, and I got an opportunity to write a book with quite a famous healer. He wanted to collaborate with me, but he wanted me to do the writing. And I was so excited to share this and all the other projects that were coming to me. She said, I know it's very exciting and you want to do all these things, but focus on money-making activities in the first year of your business. So I had to learn to say no as well, and just focus on what is going to make me money in the beginning of this new coaching business. So yeah, I would say that if I look at all the mistakes and things that my dear friends here have also said about mistakes and habits, if we want sustainable success, it's going to be rooted in intentional, holistic habits. And we need to avoid those sorts of sneaky patterns that sneak back in and just drain our energy, drain our clarity, keep us stuck. And the good news is that you don't have to do it alone. That would be my biggest takeaway whilst I've been talking to you and listening to my wonderful team members. But those are the 3 biggest mistakes that I've had to learn being an entrepreneur.
That's amazing. Ladies, we have Andrea that is saying, I have to go. Thank you so much, ladies. I really enjoyed this session.
Bye.
We really enjoyed as well to stay with you. You shared amazing questions. So thank you, because it was really an interactive live. And so, as we promised at the beginning, we are going to share with you something more about our mastermind program, because our program is exactly the wrap up of everything that we shared today. So we will say something more. And if you have questions, or if you want to tell us what are your main takeaways after this session, feel free to write a comment. We will love that.
I have one more thing to say. I know I spoke a lot just now. I would also love to know if anybody wants to share any mistakes that they've made in their business, because sometimes if we can share our mistakes, then it means that others don't have to make them. That's the beauty of a mastermind. That's what I've learned in a mastermind. And also, if you have any good habits that have helped you in your business, maybe they'd be of use to us or with the other ladies, you're welcome to put them in the caption.
Yeah, and also if someone is seeing the replay, feel free to add your question, your insight. We will write to the comment as well.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm sharing only some slides to summarize what we discovered today. Yes, 1 second. Yeah, okay, present. Yeah. So we discovered some of the holistic habits of highly effective entrepreneurs and the mistakes to avoid. We talked about alignment, connection, purpose, passion, grounding, and really we shared a lot of different point of view. And one main point that we discovered today, that entrepreneurship don't need to be hard. The path don't need to be alone. So if you are feeling alone, maybe the inner circle could be the right group for you. And ladies, feel free to add something. We loved this mastermind. For us, meeting every month with other entrepreneurs is really magic. Every month, I can't wait to meet you again and to meet the other ladies. They have amazing business project, and it's so wonderful every month to see the different wins, the challenges, to share the insights. It's really powerful. So if you feel alone, coming along the pathway of entrepreneurship with the hikes and downs that we already know. We all shared some of our secrets, some of our shadows during that life. As you see, we are human, exactly like you. We are all in the same boat, ladies.
Yeah.
And so,
Okay.
what is the power of a mastermind? It means to be all together, creating this powerful collective mind. Maybe, Leonora, you said before that it's important to be a little bit picky when you choose the people all around you.
Yeah.
Leonora, you were saying something.
Yeah, sorry, I was muted. Yes, I think it's exactly this, to be picky. It's important because we have seen that people can bring you like good energy or a different energy. So it's really a good environment, to find a good environment around yourself. But while you were saying this, it came like some people told me, I know I feel lonely, but I think that in groups there's too much competition. So that's, I'm raising something that maybe some people are kind of thinking the same. But for the reason that, first of all, we are all very good people, I would say, and you can feel the mood. But beside that, in the mastermind, what you experience is actually your uniqueness. It's not about being more or less than others. It's actually finding your own sparkle, and that sparkle is not. There's no competition with that, because there's no exact client, no exact offer. Even if we are all also coaches, right? But we know, and actually the more I engage with them, the more you see, oh, this is actually me. I'm the only one who can offer this. So it's actually a good way to find your uniqueness, being surrounded by others. So if you were thinking about that, thinking that was a good way to turn this around.
I
Yeah,
actually have something to say on that, which was quite a big mindset shift for me. Is one fashion week, I heard a very big model telling some younger models who were moaning and groaning about the ever-growing competition in the fashion industry of more models, about this one was taking the work and blah, blah, blah. And she said, girls, there's more than enough to go around, and whatever's meant for you will never miss you. And it's the same with people to serve, clients, business. We live in a very beautifully abundant universe and world. We just have to shift our minds to see that there's more than enough to go around, and whatever's meant for us can't miss us. So that helps me a lot with this particular thing that Leonora was saying. I was just eavesdropping in the conversation, and I was the one who had the life-changing moment. I don't know if her wise words helped those young girls, but I was like, wow, that is cool. So I just thought I'd share that with you.
Yeah, there is a lot in the universe, so much abundance. There is everything for everyone. Yeah, we don't need to be scared about scarcity. And being in a mastermind means that you are surrounded by other entrepreneurs, and you have the support, of course, of our amazing team of 4 international coaches. So that is really powerful. And the mastermind is a container in this space without judgment. You are able to share, to give and to receive. One thing that personally I love about the mastermind, and is the reason why I decided to believe in this program, and I love to host the live, is that everyone is called to share, to give, and to receive at the same time. So it's an energetic exchange. And one things that the people that subscribed to the mastermind told me during the selection call was the fear of not being able to give business advice, because inside the mastermind you could share, like exactly we did during our masterclass today. You could share your questions, your current challenges, and ask for help from the group about your specific topic. And is a training. You train yourself to ask for help and as well to give help. And the ladies were scared to not be able to help the others entrepreneurs. And guess what? They were all amazing in giving business advice, because we don't need to be business expert. We only need to share our expertise, our own stories. For example, today, a lot of us had some of the same challenges that you are facing now. We were scared at the beginning, starting our business journey. We received bad comments and judgment in the past, so we really are all the same. And so the mastermind is a powerful container, is a collective mind with new ideas, new insight. And a mastermind is a group where the entrepreneurs meet periodically, usually 1 time per month. We met 2 times per month, twice a month. So you have the first live, usually the first Wednesday of the month, that is the mastermind. So the space to share the wins, the challenges, and ask for business advice. The second live of the month is a masterclass with one of us, one of the 4 coaches of the team, or also with an expert. For example, this month we have an amazing international expert of Instagram, and I'm sure that the members will love this powerful live. You stay in a container like that for some months. The best is to stay for 1 year, and the group is there for you. And being in this accelerator means that you know yourself better, you develop your skills, you change, shift your mindset, and receive a lot of support. When your motivation is going down, you receive the right support. And is a place of expansion and prosperity. We want to gain more, to have more revenue at the end of the day, but we want to gain more, to be more successful, and we want to be more wealthy in an aligned way, be in alignment with our own mission. And so the Inner Circle is the mastermind of She Heals the World. We are all associate coaches of She Heals the World. Is a global brand that is supporting women entrepreneurship on their path to success. It's an international movement. She Heals the World has the aim to help 10,000 women entrepreneurs all around the world to grow their businesses. And we are part of that. Joining this mastermind, we are all part of that. And being part of a group for 1 year means that you are inside a peer group, a group of other entrepreneurs. That is so important. And you have an international team of 4 coaching supporting you, and you have an amazing platform where the live are hosted, and you are able also to find other training contents. You could meet other entrepreneurs. You could find a buddy, that means another ladies that support you during your business journey, during that ups and downs. So if you feel called to discover more about the Inner Circle Mastermind, if you love today our masterclass, if you want to be in this safe space to grow, being yourself, what are the steps? The first step is to book a free business assessment call with one of us. At the end of our live, here in the Facebook group, will be published a post with all the 4 links to book a free call with one of us. And you subscribe to the event, so you also will receive an email with the reminder of how to book your call with all the links. You can choose one of us, the coach that maybe is from your own country, or maybe that resonates most with you, and you could book your free business assessment call. During the call, we will ask you to talk about your business and to talk about yourself. What are your current challenges? What you want to achieve? What are your dreams? So we will explore where you are now, where you want to be, and we discover together if the Inner Circle is the right fit for you. To join the circle, the only way is to have this free business assessment call with us, because it's so important that we discover if you are the right fit for the circle, and if the circle is the right fit for you. And so, again, that is the platform. You have also an idea before. You have the different circle. You could join the platform and find a lot of contents On the right, there are the dates of the next meeting. And on the left, you could find the space open to all the different circles. You find news. You could share your bio, say hello, say, oh, I am an entrepreneur based in Italy. And then you have the meetup session part. And here you can find all the live and all the replays. So you have access to a lot of amazing content. And then going to the end of our live, why is so powerful to join the Inner Circle? You will receive inspiration, motivation, business advice from your peers, the support of our amazing team, a lot of training resources, and there is an opportunity to accelerate your growth. And the way to join the circle is to book the free business assessment call with one of us. So that was something more about the Inner Circle. If you have question or if you have some curiosity about the format, you could ask us in the chat. We are going to close our live. So ladies, the space is open for you to say hello, to add something if you like. Thank you to all the people that attended to the live, and also, of course, to all the people that will see the replay, because
Yes.
I know that a lot of you will see the replay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, ladies, for being with us. And see you maybe next week or in the mastermind.
Yes.
Yeah. Camilla is saying thank you for the valuable advice and for the beautiful energy. Fantastic project. Yeah, we are happy that you could feel the energy, because I think that the energy of the group is really important. And also Gloria is saying thank you. Thank you, ladies, for staying till the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We leave you to your Friday for those who are lives, and to your day for everyone who's watching the replays. So it was lovely to have you here. And yeah, we are very curious, exactly curious about your story. So just book a call with us. We're happy to that.
Yeah, thank you to everybody who came live and for those who interacted as well. That's very nice of you. It's always nice that you're not just talking into the abyss and nobody's replying, to feel that, again, connection. And thank you to the three of you for the opportunity to do this together. And I loved everything else that I learned today, because every day you can learn something new. So I'm feeling very happy and very grateful.
Thanks. Have a great day.
Bye.
Well done. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.